Good morning and welcome to Herb Oracle Podcast, botanical divination with herbs, essences, flowers, and trees with your host, Herbal Marie. Let's start the day off pulling some oracle cards and getting a few messages. We can shoot the shiitake in a spiritual way-ish. And if you follow me on Instagram, I'll post a pic of the cards at Herb Oracle. Thanks so much for joining me. Here we go. Hey y'all, I'm back. That's like just what I like to keep saying now that I've taken most of November off. I'm back. People are messaging me, you're back? I'm like, yes, I'm back. I'm back. And I'm back for TGIF, yeah. And it actually is Friday. I'm going to catch up with this week. Yes. Now, I was going to sneak off somewhere and do this podcast, but I thought, you know what? It's 1:45. I'm going to sit. I'm sorry, it's 1:46. It just changed. It's 1:46, and I'm just going to do it at my desk. Everybody's awake and, around, but it's Friday, and you should be surrounded by your friendly folks. And today for TGIF, it's going to be Thank God It's Flowers. So I only picked flower decks, and I thought to myself, just a few flowers for each pile. Okay, we're just going to pop in, do a little Friday podcast, a few flowers. I actually think that I have the most cards I've ever had for each pile because some of them started coming out in twos. So you have a soul flower, two flowers from the Power of Flowers, and then you have a Bach flower essence, you have a Magic of Flowers, you have Flower Magic, and then you're going to have two Flower Fairies, as well as our almost finished hypnotic cards. So you're going to have one of those, and then a crystal, an Andara crystal. But other than that, it's only flowers, and then more flowers than I was intending. But that's actually pretty cool because, I know I've planted flower seeds, and I don't know, it's just all foliage, no flowers. So to get more flowers than you were expecting, I think is a blessing, and I think that's what we're supposed to be focused on: the good stuff, the blessings, the light, the feel good, what we want to manifest more of. It's always that message, okay? But now more than ever, focus on the good stuff. Now more than ever, focus on the flowers. Oh yeah, there will be lots of dog whining too for this afternoon podcast. But anyways, it's Friday, and I already picked the numbers because I thought I was gonna go record this in my car, and then I was like, no, not doing that. Thought about recording it in my bedroom, but my bedroom is completely ransacked with laundry, mostly clean. Actually, I think all clean laundry at this point, but it's when are you gonna put it away now? Put it away now. So here's your numbers: 41, 65, or 73. 41 and 65 have yellow borders, and 73 has a green border. And I only noticed that because when I saw two yellows lined up, I was like, yay, we're going to have only yellow cards, only yellow numbers, only sunshine, only light. But then the green came in. So 41, 65, 73. So here's how I see these numbers reduced down as my ears are ringing and toning crazy loud. Very high pitch. All right. Welcome to the show, Arcturians. 41, 4 plus 1, that's a 5. We just literally hung out with the trees, and we had Rowan, number 5, number of change. Okay, so 41, number of change. That was me last year. Last year I was 41. Lots of changes for me. Wow, when I was 41. Now I'm 42. 4 plus 2 is 6. Love and compassion. I still got some time left to make that happen. More and more every day. So anyways, number 41 might be a pile of change. It's definitely a number of change. So if you resonate with wanting change, that might be a good pile for you. The next one is 65. 6 plus 5 is 11. Master number 11. And then our third pile is 73. 7 plus 3, perfect 10. So anyways, that's your numbers. If there's one that, you know, calls you, listen up, particularly for that one. I mostly find that I benefit from every single card, every single message, and every single flower. So TGIF, y'all. Thank God it's flowers. This affirmation minute is brought to you by our herb of the week, fennel, and I'm so glad we're saying these together. I cultivate strength in myself and others. I am strong and confident. I relax and find my courage. There is nothing that cannot be handled. I trust my process. I celebrate my progress. I enjoy flexibility in every aspect of my life. I cultivate strength in myself and others. I am strong and confident. I relax and find my courage. There is nothing that cannot be handled. I trust my process. I celebrate my progress. I enjoy flexibility in every aspect of my life. And so it is. Yep, that's a lot of cards in front of me. It took me a minute to try to figure out how I was going to place them all. So we'll just go through it and see what's what. And, you know, hey. That is just so funny when they start coming out in twos, though. All right, so your hypnotic language is perhaps. Perhaps, ... That's your word. And it is the 10 of hearts. Ooh, 10 of hearts. So let me get my notes here. Hearts are all about issues regarding emotions and the home. And 10 says good luck, great happiness. So good luck on this number 41, a number of change. Good luck and great happiness. Perhaps it is time for good luck and happiness. Or perhaps you won't. Okay, wait, that's not where I wanted to head. That's what the card says. Perhaps, or perhaps you won't. Uh-oh. Perhaps is another word that is hard to resist. It makes no demands on anyone. Perhaps makes it easy to consider options, and that's what makes it so effective. So this is the Mike Mandel hypnotic language card deck that I think we only have one more week of it, and then we've gone through every single card just so we can learn some new hypnotic words, to lovingly manipulate other people and to help us when we become hypnotists, because what else are we going to do when we're old ladies? I just assume we're all going to be hypnotists. Perhaps you'll find ways to use this powerful word, and perhaps it will make positive changes in all your hypnosis work. So perhaps is a really powerful word. Perhaps you are ready to make big changes in your life. Perhaps it's just an easy way to introduce an idea without making any demands on anyone. Perhaps is the way to go. It's hard to resist. Perhaps you'd like to think about seeing what flower fairies you've got. Now, everyone's getting 2 flower fairies today, and I think that's fantastic. They're going to let us know about maybe a little issue going on and something to think about. Okay, so you got, interesting, you got dahlia and hibiscus, 2 magnificent flowers with sweet little flower fairies. Now the dahlia, I have that in the Magic of Flowers deck with a whole different meaning. But here with the flower fairies, it wants to talk about instability And then the hibiscus wants to talk about delicate beauty. All right, so perhaps said perhaps, or perhaps you won't. Are you stable or are you not? It's part of the green suit. Let's see here. The green suit, perhaps. No, not perhaps, dahlia. You know, the flower, perhaps. Okay. Dahlia with the message of instability. All right, so let's see what the fairies want to do with you. The fairies pluck these sturdy but unstable flowers from around you. So dahlias are sturdy but unstable. The naming of these elegant and vibrant blooms appears to have been a subject of some confusion, perhaps reflected in its meaning. They are reported to originate from Mexico, where they grew in the Aztecs' garden and were discovered by Spanish explorers in the 16th century. Interestingly, the Aztecs used dahlias, I think I'm saying that right, dahlias, to treat epilepsy. The plant is now known to be named after Swedish botanist Andreas Dahl, but was also initially known as Georgina in Russia and Germany. That's interesting. The Empress Josephine imported dahlias to France. She was reported to be very proud of her collection. Despite this, she is reported to have destroyed her entire collection in a fit of rage when members of her own court tried to steal a few. Dang, Josephine. So she loved them. She was very proud of them, but then she got pissed off and destroyed them all. Like somebody tried to steal a few, so she decided to destroy them all. She was like, take that. All right, I'm seeing a little instability there in the reaction. By choosing this card, you are being made aware of an unstable situation or maybe even a person in your life at this moment or in the near future. So it came in with hibiscus, delicate beauty. So it might be interesting to see how they work together. If this card leans toward a particular person, like, I don't know, maybe a delicate beauty in your life, you need to acknowledge that they have a tendency towards unpredictable behavior or erratic mood changes, which unfortunately may cause ripples of distress or unease to those around them. So yeah, maybe it's literally a delicate beauty in your life, like someone who you just love and adore. I don't know, these little fairies, they always make me think of children too. Just such a sweetie at times until you piss her off. But anyways, hibiscus comes in with a gift. The fairies bring the gift of sunshine to allow you to bloom and flourish. So maybe it's you that's the unstable one. Maybe it's you that sometimes gets so mad and breaks all your toys. This card depicts the delicate hibiscus flower, native to warmer climates and known as the queen of tropical flowers. The Victorians gave this flower the meaning delicate beauty, as the hibiscus flower is a delicate, fragile beauty. Also, as the plant is native to warmer climates, conditions have to include a sunny, warm summer for the flowers to bloom. So, by choosing this card, you are asked to acknowledge and accept all of your naturally beautiful qualities and those of others around you. Learn to appreciate and value these precious qualities as they are indeed to be cherished. Especially at this time, you may be feeling a little fragile and delicate like this beautiful flower. So this hibiscus card is instructing you to hold on to your inner beautiful self and allow this phase in your life to pass gently by. So if you're having an I think of unstable, but it says instability. An unstable, delicate phase, let it pass you by and acknowledge what you are feeling vulnerable about Why do you feel so fragile? Why does this whole thing feel like you have to tiptoe? Or, yeah, it's like very fragile and volatile right now. Acknowledge your feelings in order to enable your future pathway to strengthen. And just, yeah, let it pass you by. Let it find its stability. But yeah, acknowledge it and continue to look for the good, even in yourself and in people, even if you all find yourself in a phase. Still look for the good. Oh yes, still look for the good. Absolutely. Okay, your magic of flowers is the water lily. So I would say this is a confirmation as we can see the lotus, the water lily roots going down into the darkness. This is definitely a message for you to feel your feelings. If you are feeling unstable and vulnerable and kind of delicate, like I understand whenever like I say feeling delicate, like I definitely can pinpoint times in my life that, oh yeah, I felt delicate, and it's like, well, what's making me feel like this? You're going to have to dive into your darkness a bit and see what has compromised your strength. So I love that message with the water lily. It also comes with a message of transmute. So yeah, let it pass, feel your feelings, and that is the transmutation process. Literally just feeling your feelings and then having the patience for it to wash away. For like, look at this muddy water. Okay, say like a fish or frog or somebody throws a big old log into the pond. At first, all that mud from the bottom comes up. But eventually, if you just quit rocking the boat and if you just quit stirring the pot, if you quit muddying the waters, they will settle out, they will settle down, and they will clear. So anyways, that's another message of the water lily. And as you look at the water lily here through my eyes, it is beaming rays of light. So its natural tendency, even though it is rooted in darkness and muck and that's where it gets all its nutrients, it still always reaches and opens toward the light and stays afloat with those leaves and doesn't let, it's, yeah, the darkness, the muck is down there, but it's like, oh well, still gonna float, still gonna shine, still gonna let this phase pass. Now, what is this, flower magic? We've got like all this magic of flowers, flower magic, magical fairies. No, they're not magical fairies. They are nature's messages from the flower fairies. Anyways, it's coming in with a very strong flower from flower magic, yarrow, and it has achillea. It has its Latin name on the card. It's a yellow yarrow plant flower with the message of courage, and it matches the border of your 41 very nicely. So yeah, bring in the sunshine, bring in the light, hold tight, focus on the light, have the courage to dive into the murky waters with the water lily, have the courage to examine your darkness, but then yeah, we reach for the light. We come back to the surface and we reach upward into the light. So there's this great message of courage from achillea for you today on TGIF. Thank God it's flowers. Banish fears and bring in courage. A warrior wields. Banish fears and bring in courage. A warrior wields her weapon to flourish. Be so brave now and face your fears. Listen to your inner voice that loudly cheers. Dig deep within and stand up proud. A lion's roar of bravery shouts out loud. Holy man, so much lion energy today already. So yeah, be brave. Be brave, even if you're feeling like that delicate beauty. Yeah, you're aware of your instability. and be brave anyways. So yeah, time to pull on your big girl pants, all right? You got to release your negative energy, banish your fears, allow yourself to deal with issues that are holding you back. What is it that you're afraid of doing? Why? Look at her. She's dressed in her like I don't know, Viking fur. She's holding like a humongous hammer mallet. I don't know. Like, there's nothing to be afraid of in that outfit, you know? Dig deep. Stop making excuses. Deal with your problems. And find the strength that you know you already have. So yeah, find the strength to do this. I'm gonna just move on lightly today. There's a little bit of history there, but I'm sure we will come back to that card again at some point. Oh gosh, I have been so drawn to the oak, and here she is with our flowers oracle, our Bach flower remedy, number 22. So this definitely is a message. Yeah, 22, 20 poo. There is some shit right now in your life. There is some things that you've got to deal with. You can't keep on avoiding what you're afraid of. So oak says, you are strong and persevering. Tenacity is your best quality, even if you don't realize it. Like, you really can hold on. You really can keep going. Now, loosen the reins a little bit. Okay? Stop fighting the flow of life and the true needs of your soul. So oak actually wants to talk about enjoying your flexibility and being flexible. That was a big message 2 days ago from the oak tree when we manifested more strength. It's like, yes, you can be strong, but if you're not flexible, you will be brittle and you will break. So if you've been holding back, like, oh no, I don't want to think about that, I don't want to deal with that, you know, well, it's making you kind of rigid. And really, actually, what you need right now is flexibility. Open up the floodgates and see what flows in, see what flows out. Let this phase pass, but do your part in the resolution of whatever energies have manifested by you taking a look at what you need to look at. Be strong. You can do it. All right, I want to do the soul flower next. That's right beside the oak. It is bee balm with vibrance. And because it's like, okay, bee balm's like, I'm feeling like this is a little heavy of a reading. Okay, I'm coming in with my vibrance. Add some spark to your life. Bee balm encourages you to let go of your inhibitions, cut loose, be passionate, and sing your song at the top of your lungs without judgment. Okay, don't have that fear holding you back from being who you are, from being happy, from being joyful, from being strong and flexible and going with the flow. Every day is a gift worth celebrating. This soul flower bee balm reminds you to show up and embrace the potential of your own life. No excuses. And Achillea, too, with that yellow yarrow flower, is also saying no excuses. And oak, too. She's kind of like, hey, no more excuses. And water lily, she's like, look at me. I literally grow in shit water. No excuses. All right, you've got 2 flower essences from the power of flowers. And you have, look at all these flowers. I love your garden. Oh my gosh, I'm building a garden for each of these piles. Your garden also has California poppies and sunflowers. Oh my goodness. Like, if you had any drawing abilities, it would be fun for you to draw a garden with all of these beautiful flowers. I would be pleased with this garden. Yeah, because the water lily means you have a pond or like just a little pond with California poppies and a big towering sunflower and some yarrow growing off to the side on the rocks. And how did you get dahlias down here and hibiscus and a freaking oak tree just sort of shading? I think you have a bench. Yeah, you have a bench in your garden under this oak tree. and you just love the vibrant bee balms you get to look at. Oh, it's so sweet. And the fairies love your garden. So you actually are getting more fairies with the California poppy. So you have the dahlia fairy, the hibiscus fairy, and now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 California poppy fairies. And you get a balanced, divine, feminine, and masculine couple coming in with the sunflower. So I feel like really good about your reading because you started off with the 10 of Hearts, which was good luck. Okay. Yep. We are seeing the instability, the delicateness of what you're going through, the fact that you have to dive into your darkness with courage and be strong and flexible. But we're ending with vibrant bee balm, happy California poppy, and balanced and stable, majestic sunflower. So I feel like all is going to be well. You just have to hang tight, focus on the light, be courageous, be strong, be flexible, be vibrant, be you. Be who you are. So you're going to get 2 blessings here from California poppy and sunflower, and then an attunement from an Andara crystal. And then, honey, you should be good to go. You should be good to go with this pile number 41 with these big changes, necessary changes that are coming into your life. I'm scooting all the cards down just a couple inches so I maybe will get a picture of them. All right, so California poppy does have the flower fairy queen on it with these tinier little fairy children around her. She's the deva of the flower fairies, and she's absolutely beautiful. So connect with the fairies, and you know, like this Achillea lady, I mean, that outfit that like Titan outfit is so gnome, is so like something. Like she looks like she might live with not gnomes, dwarves. It's so dwarves, like that live in mountains. I don't know. It's so fun, truly. So anyways, connect with a lot of these spirits that are kind of whimsical and fantasy fun. You know, that might help you get through what you need to get through. Magical creatures, fairies, brownies, elves, angels, gnomes. Yeah, things like that. Mystical creatures. Anyways, these magical beings are the omnipresent agents of creative will, the engineers of nature. And as such, they direct, build, weave, and sustain all natural forces, solar, planetary, universal. They are the shining ones, or devas, self-luminous beings of iridescent light, color, and energy. So the California poppy wants to greet you today. The fairy world is greeting you today in its supreme purity. So as you open your heart to the wonders of the natural world, and as you continue to do so, they want to reward you. The little people wish to pay their respects and welcome you to into their magical world, and thank you for building such a beautiful garden. Rejoice. This is indeed an honor. The golden poppy fairy overlights you, offering you the treasure of warm, nurturing sunlight within. And I love that because the California poppy has the sunlight within, and then you're going to get this towering sun flower. So a lot of light. Your yarrow is not common roadside yarrow. It is yellow. The water lily is beaming light. Your number 41 is surrounded by sunshine yellow as well. Even the dahlia, it is a pink, but it's such a blooming sun in its own right. So anyways, let me read you your blessing from California Poppy and the Fairy Queen. Oh, Fairy Queen, your magical world dances in my sunlit soul. California Poppy of vibrant rays, teach me the fairy ways. So ask for your fairies to come teach you the fairy ways. If you're open to that, if your imagination is open and ready for that, you could have some fun. And hey, like, just might as well dive into the world of fairies while all this other stuff is settling down, you know. Just give yourself an excuse to be completely delusional during your unstable times. All right, Sunflower is saying, if you want stability, I'm here with stability. The Solar King and Lunar Queen are also here in your reading. The Solar King and the Lunar Queen directs us to a path of indestructible purity within, a sanctuary of true selfhood, where the divine will of the enlightened male combines with the universal love of the enlightened female. So you're getting two very pure flower essences, which reflect you. So well done on that for sure. Like the sunflower, this golden couple rises to full power by first reaching toward the light above and then bowing to the midnight within. The strength and integrity of this inner union will support you as you enter the realm of world service. So once again, going back to the water lily. Yes, you reach for the light and then you bow inward to the midnight within. You don't curse and condemn your darkness. You dive in it and find the nutrients. You dive in it and find the nutrients in the midnight within. The sunflower teaches you that the will to assert oneself and the will to surrender oneself are inseparably bound. The power embodied in the sunflower is granted only to those who are grateful and humble in their dance upon the earth. So you must be doing all right, because the fairies are ready to work with you. The sunflower is ready to grant you this power because you've been so grateful and humble and really conscious of your dance on the earth. All that's being asked of you truly is for you to be balm, for you to be balm it and shine your vibrance out and just be a little more flexible, Oak says. Just be a little more flexible and courageous. And just acknowledge your midnight within and keep focused on the light. So your blessing up from the sunflower says, torch of sunflower, spiral of light, lead me to the path of service and clear insight. So you're ready to step into your role now of serving others. So make sure that you are stable and focused on the light and being true to who you are. You will inspire others to do the same. And when you get the call of service, you will know exactly what you need to do. We're ending your reading with Ondarian Deep Purple. And it is really deep purple. It looks fantastic next to the bee balm because it has a little bit of like magenta in that deep purple. I love it. All right, number 41, here you go. I am the essence of royalty, majesty, power, and magic. I hold the secrets of the cosmos within my being and share them with souls of pure heart, mind, and pure intention. Since great power resides within me, I will only share this power with those that are ready. Working with me will bring you great insights into life. Allow me to shield you from negativity as I burn away denser energies and negative thoughts from within yourself or coming from another. I release for you all that does not serve. Perfect. Once again, you're of pure heart. Who are you? You're incredible. You're of pure heart, pure mind, pure intentions. The fairies want to work with you. You're getting blessed with sunflower, solar power. Amazing. I think you're doing well. And now you have a shield with the Andarian Deep Purple that also must be activating the violet flame of transmutation, because it's ready to burn away anything now that has lingered, not served you. You were courageous. You dove into your darkness. Take the Andarian Deep Purple with you. Allow it to clear, transmute, and release. Release you from all that does not serve. So remember to balm it up, show up, and embrace the potential of your own life. No excuses. All right, moving on to our middle pile, number 65. My mom just turned 65. Is that this week? Last weekend? Last weekend. 65. Truly a number 11, master number. All right. Onward, here we go. Let's see what 65 has for us. We've got the 4 of hearts, so we got more hearts today. And the 4 of hearts says, let go, ... Now, a 4 of hearts in cardamancy means changes. Hey, you should have been on the first pile. All right, maybe we're going to have more changes. Maybe we're going to have a trip or a move or a late in life marriage. Woo woo. All right, let go, ... Letting go is so easy to do. It's another one of those language patterns that requires zero effort from the subject. In fact, when the client lets go, it means he's actually stopped doing something or being something. And that is so easy to do, isn't it? I mean, man, it's getting easier and easier for me to let go of everything. Like, literally, too. Like, I got to start working out my grip. I told you about that a couple weeks ago. But, like, I've noticed since, like, I got to really hold on to things a little bit more consciously. It truly is easy to let go. You can look how many times you drop your phone each week. It's just like, whoop, you let it go. So, like, why can't you just let, like, anything go that easy? Honey, you can. So as you breathe quietly and effortlessly, breathing quietly and effortlessly at the perfect rate, you can let go of all tension and feel wonderful. So you can let go, let go, let go. Let go of all the tension. So just breathe quietly and effortlessly at the perfect rate for you and let go. Yeah, let go of all the tension. Let go. Feels good, you guys. Let go. Let go of that change, that resistance to change. Let go. All right, let's see what you got with the Magic of Flowers. This is by Tess Whitehurst. When I was shuffling this deck, I was like, this is the best feeling deck ever. Just want to tell Tess that. Like, you must have really thought it out. It really, of all my cards, I think the Magic of Flowers shuffles best. It just is perfect for my hand. All right, so breathing and resting and opening, allowing. We've got the Magnolia. Magnolia. She's standing in a circle that alternates a candle and a magnolia flower, then a candle, then a magnolia flower. And she's got her hands open. She's standing under a full moon with her head upward, receiving. Magnolia has the message in this deck to stand in your power. Stand in your power. Let go of what isn't serving you and stand in your power. You cannot hold on to everything without it weighing you down. It's time to let go. Your flower magic. Oh, and now we know what you're supposed to let go of. You're supposed to let go of sorrow. You got bleeding heart. And the little lady is holding a black bird, maybe a crow, maybe a raven, maybe a crow raven, maybe a craven. She's wearing a wedding dress. So, I mean, I can't help but think this is, oh my God, that's weird. She's wearing a wedding dress. The Four of Hearts says a late life marriage. So your first marriage did not work out. Maybe your first and second? All right, but anyways, your relationship did not work out. But remember, your first card is the Four of Hearts with a later in life marriage. So all is not lost. However, if you are holding on to sorrow, you cannot be that Magnolia priestess who is standing in her power with her palms open to receive, her heart open to receive. You must let go of your sorrow now. You've been holding on to it, and even though the law of attraction would like to bring you something to enjoy, would like to bring you something new for your heart to love, you're not allowing it in. So allow the law of repulsion to work, and all you have to do for that is to let go. You're literally holding on to your sorrow. So please release your grip, open up your palms, put your head up, close your eyes, and take a breath. And as you exhale, let it go. You don't have to push it away. You literally just have to release your hold. It will float away from you. Your sorrow does not want to be with you. Quit holding on to it. And that's a magpie that she's got. The magpie sings of a bleeding heart. Disappointment and sadness play their part. But you needn't take on this bitter sorrow. A fresh new day begins on the morrow. Let go of all this strain and stress and just allow yourself to worry less. So your message is definitely let go. Absolutely. You're 65 years old, for crying out loud. You need to let go. And no, it's not too late to be open to love finding you, but you have to make a space for it. If your heart's been bleeding, it's like, come on now. It's time to let that go. So what have you been holding on to, perhaps? Disappointment, unhappiness, despondency, misfortune. Yeah, like that is what happened. Life happens. But I think you're ready now. You've done with it. You're done with it. You've dealt with it. It's time to let it go and let tranquility replace it. It's time to let the stress go and let a breath of fresh air replace it. So it's like, if you're still not done bleeding out, collapse into it, feel it, and then really let it go. Like for real this time. All right, let's see what flower fairies came in. Oh my gosh. What? All right, you got Ivy and Marigold. You got marriage and grief. Sometimes my cards creep me out. They're creeping me out right now, you guys. But clearly, this is marriage gone wrong, heart broken, literally to the point of grief. I get it. But you got the Four of Hearts, so I know you said never again, but you're gonna. You'll do it again because you were designed for love. Why not? Why not do it again? If it's right, if it feels good, if you've healed your heart and you know what, and you find a genuine soul finds you, you know, it's gonna come to you. You don't have to, it's not like you need to look for this. All you need to do is let less stress. Look for less stress. Look for letting go. Just breathe. Finish breathing through your grief of your last broken heart. It's time, bleed out if you must. Okay? Bleed out if you must. Let it all go. Let it all go. And then Magnolia says, let it all go and stand in your power. Stand in your power and receive love from the universe. And then, yeah, it actually puts you in the perfect vibrational attraction point to attract something better. If you want, don't argue with me, but it does, okay? If you want, it is, I mean, you've thought so much. When you have thought so much about what went wrong, how they hurt you, you literally are aching from the pain of a bleeding heart and that grief. In your sorrow, you are asking for love. So that's what I mean. Don't argue with me because you've asked for it, and like now it's just waiting for you to stand in your power, because that's what's usually up next. You have the failed marriage, you have the failed relationship, and it failed because you weren't in your power, and neither was he. So you can't blame him or you or her or whatever. Like, neither one of you were in your power, so you attracted a dysfunctional partnership. And now you're so smart now. Number 65, an 11, master number. Now you're ready to stand in your power and only attract that which you are a match for. Before you were a match to that, but now you are a different person. The fairies have intertwined the ivy, joining the two loving souls together in a hand fasting ceremony. So these two fairies are standing next to facing each other, like up at the altar or whatever, and the ivy is growing through them, around them, a hand fasting ceremony. This card celebrates and acknowledges a sacred union of two people who love and care for each other deeply, and have or are about to make a commitment to each other to form a long-lasting, loving bond. So yeah, this card indicates union, a time to celebrate, replenish, or review commitments and personal responsibilities within an established union, or I really feel one that's on its way to you. As soon as you truly let go of the old grief, like literally good grief, when you're just ready and done to move on. And that moving on at first is you as Magnolia. It's not like you're going to move on and then attract something like that. You don't want to do that. You want to stand in your power until that is what you know. That is who you are. You need to identify with your personal power. And don't even worry about attracting anything at this point. Like, let the universe do its job while you do yours. Now, the fairies come in with the marigold to give you the gift of upliftment to support your grief. So, yeah, this bleeding heart that you're still almost, but not quite over, it's there, or, you know, but here the fairies are saying, okay, here is some upliftment. Feel your feelings, okay? Feel your grief. They're encouraging you to allow yourself as much time to mourn and heal. They're not rushing you. You should not feel rushed. It's important to, here's your key word, to let go of any tears that wish to flow, as they will bring cleansing to your soul and release old emotions of grief and sadness within your life. Time heals us as we move on. So I feel like there's this message that's like, part of the reason it's still here is you haven't allowed yourself maybe to admit or feel fully. Like, you're like, I'm a big girl, I'm not going to cry. Yes, you are. The tears are asking to flow. They're saying, please let us out. We wish to flow out of you. The tears are like, the law of repulsion is like, the sad tears are like, we don't want to be in you. Let us go. But you have to feel them to let them go. So big message. Time does help, and letting go, crying helps. Have a good cry and then stand in your power. All right, next to these fairies is a Bach flower remedy, number 6, cherry plum. Now, the number 6 itself is a number of love and compassion and harmony. And cherry plum, so sweet. Cherry plum. This flower will help you feel you are out of danger. You can stop holding back the sea and the storm of your emotions. Stop controlling your thoughts that are in a tailspin. Let relaxation overtake you. From the images in your mind to the fibers of your muscles, let relaxation overtake you. Raise your voice in joyful song. So it's time to relax. It's time to be joyful. Let relaxation overtake you. Your additional flower essences, oh my God, this is so funny to me. You got Angel's Trumpet and Angelica. So 2 angelic flower essences, but on Angel's Trumpet is the New World Man. I shit you not. I'm like almost 100% sure on Angel's Trumpet. Let's see, on page 70. You got some interesting numbers. 70, 65. If you're 65 and he's 70, I'm going to laugh. Okay. Or if you're 70, yeah, and he's going to be 65. What's up? Angel's Trumpet is the New World Man archetype. He's sitting there. And yeah, he's very interesting looking. He reminds me of Krishna a little bit because of the color of his skin. And he's meditating. His hands are out like magnolias. Also hilariously wonderful because she's standing in her power and so is he. She is open to receive and so is he. And then this is coming in with Angelica with the 4 archangels, which to me signifies balance and protection. Cherry Plum says, yo, honey, you are out of danger. Let go. Let it flow. Let relaxation take over you. Feel good. Stand in your power. And receive assistance from Angelica. And Angel's Trumpet, The new world man has emerged now out of chaos, right? The new world man is undergoing a great transformation at this time. So yeah, a male that understands the meaning of balance in heart and mind, a man who's non-reactive to problems. So anyways, a man with, I would say, lots of compassion and love. Sounds good, especially getting that vibe that your last relationship was pretty rough. What else can we say? For both men and women, Angel's trumpet beckons you to surrender to the areas of your life that are in need of reordering at this time. So a reordering within you, around you, opening up to joy, having a willingness to change. New world man embraces nature and loves, by association, women, is respectful to women. He humbly walks a path toward the future in order that he may help build a new world, a world of justice, harmony, and balance. So Angel's trumpet blesses you. Angel's trumpet sound a note. New world man, arise. Heal the wounded male within. Make him whole. Make him wise. So I would also say right now, forgive your past relationship. Forgive them for not knowing better, not doing better. There is such an imbalance in this world. You got to give men a break. Like, the world's fucked up and they're just reflections of it. But we have new energy coming on the scene and in your life. So please forgive the past. It is gone, it is over, it is done. Stand in your power now and be open to new love coming in. And you've got a massive amount of love coming in now with the 4 archangels, Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Raphael. These leaders of the angelic realm, they're in unconditional service to humanity. They've dedicated themselves to the good of the all. Now, so they're around this beautiful angelica root, and they want to help us also learn the path of service and dedication. Which is amazing. And it would be an amazing, beautiful fantasy wish request, to get into this place of power within yourself, step into service, and then yes, find someone who also is on that same path. Beautiful. That would be a beautiful love story indeed. So anyways, connect with the archangels, feel for them. Maybe you feel Michael, the angel of truth, Uriel, the angel of visions, Gabriel, the angel of love, or Raphael, the angel of healing. Either way, they're under this umbrella of the angelica flower, this shimmering umbrella, grounding the forces of light in your human experience. So grief is ready to be dispelled completely. The angels are here to ground light into your human experience and bless you with this. Angelic blossom of light and mirth, anchor my soul into the roots of the earth. Your luminous glory, your halo of gold, help me to deepen this destiny I hold. So this is your destiny, and all you need now, says Campanella from the Soulflower deck, is alignment. Get into alignment. This completely diagonally connects way back to the other side with Magnolia, standing in your power, getting yourself aligned letting go of that which doesn't serve, and stepping into the light. Campanella bells are ringing in the spirit of abundance from the limitless universal source, helping you with the alignment of your thoughts, your words, and actions with your true self that knows no limitations. So Cherry Plum too wanted to help you be overcome with relaxation and get away from your thoughts. Get away from that which was kind of tormenting you. And Campanella says, yes, focus on all that you have achieved instead of dwelling on all there is yet to do. Be well, be happy. Be well and be happy. So sweet. All right, you still got one more from the Andara crystal to attune you. Quite the message here. Wow. And you got Andarian Brilliant Blue. So did you feel like you were connecting with Archangel Michael? Because he's here. This is his stone. So I'm curious if, like, when you were thinking about the 4 archangels, if one in particular was Archangel Michael, that sort of was like, you know. And that's interesting because, like, the angel trumpet New World man, he's got like bluish skin. And I always think of Michael with the color blue, not that he has bluish skin, but I'm just seeing that. And if you meet a guy named Michael, please call me. If you get yourself into alignment and let go of your old grief and you friggin' find the love of your life and his name is Michael, you better friggin' call me and tell me. All right, here's your activation from the Andara crystal. May your will and divine will be one. Within my being, I bring you gifts of power, will, confidence, and strength. I am a pure embodiment of the blue ray. I work directly with Archangel Michael to oversee and protect you in all ways. You are safe. You are loved. You are cared for, dear one. All that is happening is in perfect order and in divine time. My energy cuts through all energetic attachments that no longer serve you, restoring you to your perfect perfection. When you are urged to make life changes, I can ease the transition process, making it more peaceful. I hold the energy of the sacred feminine and will help you to heal all female relationships. I hold the blueprint of a time when there was pure connection with source energy. Gaze into my being and know you are an embodiment of the divine. Remember your true nature. Dang. All right. Well, that was definitely one of those piles of cards that it seemed like I pre-picked the cards to friggin' make sense. That was nuts. All right, last pile, 73, perfect 10, right? 10, 10. Look for the number 10. If this pile resonated with you, ask the numbers to play with you a little bit more. Okay, here we go. Your hypnotic language card is a 7. And it's a 7 of clubs, which says to focus your attention on ... So where's my little notes? Focus your attention on. Maybe it's time to have perfect and clear attention and intention. But let's see what the clubs are about: money and finances. And 7 of clubs says prosperity and success. Be careful of trouble coming from a person of the opposite sex. So he might be a perfect 10, but he giving you some trouble. So let's see what the flower fairies want to say. I guess they want to go first here. All right, flower fairies. I'm going to flip them over at the same time. You got Snowdrop and Red Poppy. Okay, so when I was picking these cards, like there was 2 flower fairies for the first 2 piles. Red Poppy came out, or well, I didn't know it was Red Poppy. The first one came out, and then I thought only one for this pile, and I looked on the bottom of the deck and saw Snowdrop, and I thought, well, now that I've seen it, I have to put it in the pile. So Hope came in as an afterthought, and I see why now, because Red Poppy is consolation, consolation, not a consolation, like not like an appointment, consolation, like I try to make you feel better. Here is a little bit of hope. As I totally just throw my phone on the floor. I dropped my phone. It dropped itself. It slid off of the pile of books. All right, anyways, good job, phone, for not breaking. I gotta hang on to that phone for at least, 7 more months. You know, I don't want to, the microphone, please hold on for 7 more months so I can finish up my podcasting projects and still sound all right. And I only am worried about that because, like, now when I use my headphones, I can't use the microphone with headphones. And so hopefully it's just the headphones, but the thing is, I've tried 2 different pairs of iPhone headphones and neither one of them work. And so it might be in the phone, something that's not working. So anyways, blessings to my phone. Hang tight, girl. Hang tight. All right. Anyways, do you need a little hope? Because here's a little bit of hope from the Snowdrop. The fairies want to help you feel better. They want to console you for whatever reason. Maybe you're having a 7 of clubs, a little trouble from the opposite sex. And Red Poppy. Where are you at, Red Poppy? Here it is. She's sitting with her little red poppy dress under a tall flower and then one flower that seems to be growing on the ground. And the fairies drift into your life right now to ease your pain. This card provides consolation and comfort in the same way as the flower it represents, which is known to possess narcotic properties. However, the narcotic effect of the red poppy is at a lower degree than that of the opium poppy. So the fairies are here to get you high, I guess, but whatever it takes to make you feel better. This card indicates that, like this fragile flower, you or someone close to you have been a little delicate recently and are in need of comfort. This may have arisen due to a personal loss, a disappointment in life, or a more physical cause due to ill health. Allow the solace you or someone close to you desires. So right now it's like they're saying, don't reject help and support. It's coming to you. Make sure that the support and comfort is in the form that best fits the needs of the person requiring it. So I think we all need a little bit of comfort and a little bit of hope. So it's like you just want to feel a little bit better. Not that you need to get high with the fairies. I would just advise, disclaim out the wazoo. But you know what? They want to give you a little bit of hope. So this little Snowdrop fairy is opening her hands to receive a flower from this little white bird. The fairies push forward these droplets of purity and hope. This card highlights these delicate droplets of purity, which are gracefully poised amongst the depths of wintry gardens with strength and serenity, giving nature's message of new hopes and expectations for a bright new year ahead. Are you so ready for 2021? I mean, we're going to enjoy December the best we can, despite the shenanigans that will probably be going on. Like, I don't care. We're still going to hang out, and we're still going to console each other and feel good, and really just allow ourselves to receive, even if they're just little droplets of hope. We want them now. We are ready for them now. This card is giving us fresh, renewed growth and vision. So just as these little snowdrops emerge from the wintry months, raising new hopes, you are born afresh, like the phoenix, full of new inspiration and desires and hopes. So yeah, there's a new promise from nature coming, a promise of trust and in the expectation of better tomorrows. So if, like me, November sucked ass, let's just replenish ourselves in December with hope, with feeling better, whatever gifts want to come our way, and accept this gift of a promise of a better tomorrow and carry it with you and pass on feelings of hope and gladness to those around you and all you meet in the coming year. So I think that is like, the gift, quote, 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 gift of me being so sick and like, oh my God, are you trying to kill me? Now it's like, okay, I feel how that put me in a downward spiral into depression pretty damn quick. It gives me the compassion now for other people in that boat. See, I'm not usually in that boat, but I needed to know what it was like in there so that I could be more inspired and see how important it is to give my light and love freely. Don't be stingy right now. The world needs you. And now that you know how bad it can suck, now you see how important it is for you to share your light with others. So if you've just been like coming out of a really delicate stage, we want you to feel better, but now we want you to pass on the hope. If you've figured out a way to feel better and be well, please help others. Now your magic of flowers is Narcissus. So yeah, that is kind of the message. You've helped yourself. Now please help others. Love yourself and now help others love themselves. Show them how it can be done. Show them how to have hope. If you've been a self-hater and you are finally learning how to love yourself, the best thing you can do now is to share your experience and inspire other people to love themselves. Because I've said it like so many times before, society literally sets us up to hate ourselves. They love it. Oh, you hate yourself? Me too. And it's like this acceptable thing. We need to make it acceptable in the world to love yourself. Yeah, that would be something very beneficial to add to the world. Okie dokie. So you got a flower that I am not sure how to say. Saxifrage. 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 It's Saxifrage. Maybe it's if rage. I don't know. I gotta look this one up. But it has a message of separation, and there's a very vicious Oriental woman with a sword over her shoulder, maybe getting ready to take a swing like a bat, like just a freaking home run, chop your head off. Separation. So I would say that this delicate energy that needs to be consoled in you, you know, it was a feeling of maybe being separated. You thought you were separated from yourself, but actually you thought you were separated from the world, but you were actually separated from yourself. That's what I was going to try to say. Like, here you were feeling all alone. Nobody loves you. Honey, you aren't loving yourself. That's why Narcissus is here leaning back with her hand on her belly for her place of power and her other hand on her heart for her place of love. She's putting all that energy into herself. You thought the world was rejecting you, but you were actually rejecting yourself. And now that you love yourself, now you can see that the world actually loves you. Like, truly. So this separation vibe, that's what I feel like maybe was going on. Let's see what it says in the book. It probably has a totally off. It probably is like, it's probably like, get people away from you, chop off their heads. Let's see here. And what's up with this flower? Saxifrage. Truly, what the hell? It's a plant of the moon. And it can be used in any type of moon magic. It's best for breaking bad habits and destructive patterns. So yeah, your self-hatred is definitely a bad habit. It's definitely destructive. You need to reinstall a new pattern. So anyways, it can be used in protection spells, grow the plant on your front garden, or in the cracks in your pathway, in your crack. Paving for protection. It'll grow in a chaotic and haphazard manner. So it can also be used in spells for abundance. And its message is, separate yourself now and make the break. See life on the other side as if newly awake. Make a clean cut, slice it open wide. Time to put yourself first. Feelings aside. New freedoms await, old habits must die. Enough time spent on giving it one last try. So yeah, I mean, if you're thinking, well, I'm in a relationship that's destructive, well, get the hell out of there. Okay? It's time to break bad cycles. It's time to break bad habits. It's time to separate yourself from an unhealthy relationship. Break up through and through. It is easy to get into a bad cycle. It's easy. We've all been there. And sometimes we don't even notice it that we did that. But now is the time to smash the mold, cut the ties, make a clean break, separate yourself from your poison, whether that's a person, a habit, a thought. You know what it is. It might take a bit of planning. It might not be a smooth ride, but you've got to do it. It needs doing. It's time to knock it off. It really is. Anything that's getting in between you loving yourself should be reevaluated. Okay, I want to hop up here to your Bach flower remedy. You got number 20, Mimulus. And it says, be compassionate with others and yourself. Closeness, presence, and understanding are qualities that you can offer and receive. In this way, you will find the resolution and the courage to abandon all trepidation and fears. Often you are frightened by imaginary shadows. Change your perspective and you will laugh at them. So maybe Mimulus is just kind of softening the saxifrage. What the hell? Okay. I thought thought my dogs were just being rude beasts, but actually my neighbor was dropping off a bag of dog food and a whole other like apple bag. Like it's a cute little bag with handles full of magazines, like good ones, like actually good magazines. So that'll be fun for me. And it's what's interesting to me is, it's kind of like freaking out, like, okay, I gotta buy rabbit food. I'll turn around, the dogs will need food. Like, I'm trying to budget, like, actually, like, I don't know, maybe have Christmas, maybe get my daughter a birthday gift, Yeah, I have a December baby, of course. And then blessings are coming in advance. So that was a little free bag of dog food. So thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, magazines are a luxury, and I appreciate when people pass them on to me, because I don't have magazine budget. So they're sweet for sharing, absolutely. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah, you're chopping people's heads off. Okay, here we go. You are ready to separate from your poison, but I'm just going to tell you, I feel like the poison is you. I feel like that self-hatred is the biggest poison that you are ready to break up with. I don't know. What do you think? Okie doke. You have got 2 fantastic flower essences from the Power of Flowers. You got Lotus and Orchid. And they're really beautiful together because they both have like pastel-y pinks and purples. The Lotus has Kuan Yin. And that's kind of cool because like this is a very, we've got the Oriental lady with the sword. She is fantastic. She's wearing a red dress. I forgot to tell you that. I mean, she looks vicious. Like if she is done with it, it is done. And we have powerful Kuan Yin too also here. Now Kuan Yin, she's in her, I can't remember what pose that is, where she has 1 foot up on the bench and 1 foot down on the lotus. She's chilling. And then we have Pan over here playing his harp with the orchid. All right, let me grab the correct guidebook here. For Lotus, I'm gonna have to look in the table of contents, like, because they're not in alphabetical order, they're in vibrational order. And Lotus is here to help you with Kuan Yin, the mother of compassion. She is here to reassure you and inspire you in your spiritual quest for full awakening. So she appears to you today with the lotus to help you with your growth of human consciousness through 3 stages. 1, ignorance, 2, skillful means, and 3, enlightenment. At the first stage, the lotus roots extend upward from the muddy lake bottom. At the second stage, the lotus stem is caressed and supported by the water. And finally, the third stage, the lotus flower blooms into the light of day. This represents your journey into the light. So yeah, it's like first you had to come through this junk. You got consoled from the second stage, supported by the water, caressed by the water, and now you are ready to bloom because you have separated yourself from your lessons. Like, it's like that which doesn't serve you. Well, they did serve you. Your self-hatred actually served you to teach you self-love. So everything serves you, but you can still chop its head off now and move on to the light. Divine Lotus, your 1,000-petaled blossom ignites. Spiritual rebirth and keen insight. In silent bliss, in infinite love, I embody your wisdom from above. So the flower essence of the lotus stimulates divine inspiration and spiritual liberation. It moves the dark and muddy aspects of the psyche upward toward the light of conscious healing. This sacred flower is often used to assist us in ceremonial gatherings and meditations. But for you, it's like you gotta get out of your poison, chop its head off, grab onto the little bit of hope, and turn it inward into self-love. And really begin your spiritual journey now into embodiment of light, into embodiment of love. And that's kind of what Pan, I feel like, is also going to say to you, because he's a lover, right? Oh, he'll love up the whole forest if you let him. But he wants you to love yourself. He really does. The orchid essence seeks to help with spiritual sexual union. It's a good one for couples. It's a good one to really refine the raw drive of sexual desire. So we really want to have that narcissus energy too, saying, yeah. And if that was part of your poison, the sexual energy, you need to learn how to love yourself. You need to learn how to use it for your enlightenment. More wholesome, more beauty, more love. So anyways, I'm just going to jump right to the blessing from the orchid. In the ecstasy of nature, through the soul of Pan, may the orchid refine the earthly human. Orchid's pure essence awakens the heart. Sexuality and love are never apart. Well, we know as humans they totally can be apart, but they shouldn't be. And that may have been part of your trouble. That may have been part of your self-hatred. You didn't realize how maybe you worked that in to that aspect of your life, but you did, and it needs healing. And it's time to move in to more pure love, first within yourself and then with others. Okay, you got bleeding heart. You too got bleeding heart, but you got yours through the soul flower deck. So yours has a message of independence. And that's saxifrage. I wonder how you even say that. I'm probably so off. Saxifrage. My grandma would probably know. I gotta call my grandma. Anyways, her with the sword. Oh yeah. Separation into independence, into getting out of this poisonous relationship. Yeah, it was probably me that poisoned it. I'm sorry, but I gotta separate and heal myself. I gotta learn how to love myself. And maybe being alone for a while is what you need to do that. Focus your attention on feeling better now. Focus your attention on independence. Bleeding heart helps you to recognize and strengthen the true source of your heart's power. It is impossible to sustain directing all your loving energy to external sources, right? Or it's impossible to rely on external sources to sustain you. So that means if you've been looking for love in all the wrong places, if you've been looking for love in less than spiritual sex, if you've been looking for love in your poison, you've got to understand you must tap into that narcissist self-love. You must tap into this bleeding heart independent love and fill your strong independent heart from within, so that you may offer love even when you're brokenhearted. So you may offer love to yourself. I can't remember what Mimulus said. I gotta look back again. What did Mimulus say again? Be compassionate with others and yourself. Yes, and there's Kuan Yin, the mother of compassion, right? With that big pink lotus floating above her. You've got to be kind to yourself. You've got to quit worrying about what has scared you in the past, about being genuinely loving to yourself, and really offer that to you now. Let that be your hope. Let that be your consolation. Let that be your sword of truth. All right, it just cracks me up. There's all this like love, compassion, and then there she is with the sword. But hey, do what you got to do. But I did not tell you to chop anybody's heads off. Only energetically. Okay. Just got to protect myself in case somebody beheads somebody. And then they're like, but I heard it on Ho. Herb Oracle told me to do it. No, I did not. Do you want to know what your crystal is? It's the Ondariant Brilliant Yellow. All right, so we are definitely done after this. My essence brings in a greater bandwidth and frequency of a higher light, a higher wisdom, truth, knowledge, and understanding. I expand consciousness, and as this occurs for you, new awareness and perspectives will be yours, leading you towards liberation and total freedom. I will open, clear, balance, and align your will center so that you may stand in your power and make clear decisions. My energy radiates the warmth of the sun, illuminating your light body, auric field, and chakra system. I bring you into the now moment where anything is possible. Be open to the infinite possibilities and probabilities that exist for you. So we're ending with liberation, freedom, and independence. Yeah. And the way to break up with all of our illusions is definitely with self-love. So I really enjoyed that last pile, and I actually enjoyed all of them. So thanks for hanging out with me. TGIF, yeah, thank God it's flowers. This was a great flower hangout. I loved all of your gardens. So beautiful, absolutely. And of course, like always, there was those intertwining messages that snuck into all of them. But you know, it really is time for us to focus our attention on what we want, on what we need, and yeah, be open to the possibilities and probabilities. Like, it's probably gonna happen. We're most likely going to, I'm just gonna call it, step into our power and step into our light. That's something definitely to applaud. All right, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with me this week at Ho. Have yourself a beautiful, lovely, flowerful weekend. I'll see you next week.